guys, it doesn't matter, and
I love the dream.
And this is episode 28 of our podcast, Confessions of a Stan Mixer Edition. Today, we are going to be sharing with you guys and discussing our favorite parts of each song off of Confetti. So we did the Confetti ranking, like of the album where we ranked all the songs and explained our reasons why a while back. I think it was one of the first episodes we ever did for the podcast, actually.
Yeah.
And what a lifetime away. I don't even remember what I said.
Mine was definitely a lot different than how I think of it now.
I think I was probably nicer than I would be now, now that time has passed. Anyway, this time we wanted to go through the songs, but this time just focusing in on like what like our favorite part of the song was. I was about to say best, but I didn't really mean best because I mean like what we just loved the most about it, which isn't objectively the best thing about the song. We just wanted to kind of share that with you guys and just talk about it amongst ourselves, to be honest. And because it's been a while, I feel like, since we actually got to talk about the Confetti album.
Yeah.
And so we just thought this would be a fun one to do. And then we thought you guys could tell us down in the comments too what your favorite parts of each song are. And, we'll see if we match up with anyone. We'll see if we match up with each other, because wouldn't that be fun if we also matched up in like the way we do in album rankings?
Yeah, this is like the one section or like one episode where we haven't really discussed anything beforehand.
Yeah,
So
normally
it'll
we
all be a
cheat, guys.
surprise.
Normally we're cheaters. And we chat before we hit record, so that we can just like have an idea of like what we're each going to talk about, like who's going to go first, like how many times we're going to go back and forth, all of that stuff, so that we can just have like a kind of a smooth episode for you guys. But this one we didn't really need to talk about that stuff because of the way it's set up, and so we didn't. And so this is 100% a surprise. Outside of like what we already know about each other's opinions of the songs, that is, of course.
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Insert drum roll, which I totally won't do in the editing process, so just kidding. And yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so starting with Breakup song, my favorite part is Jade's bridge.
Mine is the... Okay, on Genius it said the outro, but it's really just like the end of the last chorus. So yeah, I'll elaborate more when we go in depth.
Yeah, wait, I'm actually going to look up Genius because it will probably be easier in order to communicate to you guys while we're talking. It's not how I made my notes, but it might be easier to at least discuss it that way. So, and then we can also, I can know what she's talking about and she can know what I'm talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
Outro of... Oh, I don't want to turn. So I don't want to turn back time because what's another lonely night? I know under these lights I'm good without you. Da da da. Okay.
Basically the bridge, but with a beat.
Sounds right. Okay. Okay. So the reasoning for Jade's Bridge being my favorite is that, well, I mean, first off, it's not a secret that I really don't like the song. So there weren't a lot of things in competition with each other, to be completely honest. This was a very easy one to answer. Like there were some on this that I had to like go back and re-listen to the song and look at the lyrics, and I wasn't really sure. This was not one of those. But her bridge is like solidly my favorite. It's not like, oh, I just picked one because I don't like all of it. Her bridge is solidly my favorite. It's been that way since the beginning. And the reasoning for that is because I like her vocal on the bridge. I like how pretty it sounds. And so that is why that's my favorite part of the song.
Yeah, so with mine, it was between the outro, like the one that I end up going with, and the bridge, because when they did it live, I liked the bridge better. But just listening to the studio, I like this a little bit better. So I had a hard time choosing between those two. But I ended up going with like the end of the last chorus, specifically the part where like Perry begins and she's like, I don't want to turn back time, that part. Mm-hmm. And then a few lines later where Jade does the ad-lib and she's like, I'm good, that part. I like those two, I guess, little sections in that. I'm not really sure why. I like those lyrics, and I like the whole how it's basically the bridge, like the other part that I liked, but it's just a little bit faster. It matches the tempo of the other course. So yeah, I don't really know. That one's just always been one that has been my favorite since it came out.
All right, moving on to holiday. All right, so two favorite things. Is that cheating?
No, I did that for two of them.
Okay. I have that for like some of them, but I figured like if I equally like the thing, then like, you know what I mean? Then that counts, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
all right. So, as you guys all know, Holiday also not my favorite song off of Confetti. If you don't know that, I would suggest you go watch the Confetti ranking. um, so I think I even said it in the ranking, maybe. If not, I'll say it here. Originally, the chorus I really liked. Well, really liked is kind of an exaggeration. I liked the chorus um, more than really like the other parts of the song, with like the bridge being in second place. The chorus like has worn off as far as me actually enjoying it in the song, and now Jesse's bridge is absolutely, and has been for a few months now, um like my favorite part of the song. That being said, when I went back and re-listened to the whole album to do this um like little episode, um, I don't know what word I was searching for here, but I'm staring at my list, and so I was trying to reference, like I was taking notes for my list, and I don't know, guys, it doesn't matter. So basically, when I went back to go re-listen to the song, I noticed that I really still like the Jay-Z harmony in the chorus, like in the studio version. I just think it sounds really pretty, and it kind of reminds me of No More Sad Songs in that way, which is like my favorite Jay-Z harmony like ever. Um, I guess those two things, right? So the chorus itself is really not something I enjoy listening to anymore. However, I do really like the Jay-Z harmony on it. That said, for like just overall in the song, it's Jesse's bridge.
Yeah, Holiday in mine, it's the third chorus. Um, I don't really listen to Holiday, as you know from the ranking, and I kind of had a hard time choosing one just because I feel like I like the entire song pretty equally. But I end up going with third chorus because I like how the voices are layered. Like there's that little harmony. And it just sounds cool. And it makes it a little bit different from like the first two. And yeah, I don't really have much to say on this one because I never listened to it, and that's just kind of the one I end up going with.
All right. Moving on to Sweet Melody. I did a bigger cop out. All right. So here, because well, here's the thing. I have two, but one of them is three. Okay, so the first one. Okay, so the first one is the one that's three, and that's the verses.
Oh, okay, okay. I
Um,
see what you mean now.
yeah.
I was like, what?
Have faith in me.
I'm crying. Okay, continue.
Okay, so for me, I like in my head I was like, oh, you have to pick a verse. And then I was like, but I kind of just like them all equally, so I didn't like really want to. I'd be like arbitrarily picking one. So I just verses, like I just like the verses are my favorite part of the song. Jay, Jesse, and Perry. And then um like I really like in my head it was like it's the verses. But then there was like a little tiny voice that was like, but you also really like this. And so I was like, okay, I'll write it down. So um, that's the internal monologue with me and my inner thoughts. And so I told inner me that I would give a shout out to the ad lib in one of the choruses. I forgot which one, which is it's Jesse going sweet, sweet melodies. I don't know what it is, but like it's literally been my favorite ad lib in the song, like literally since the first time I heard it when it came out.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
Yeah, like it's not even like a quote unquote real ad lib in the sense that like it's not like it would ever be done live. It's clearly like a studio ad lib. Um just based on like the production on it and like the where it's set up in the song.
Yeah.
So I feel stupid saying that, but like I just really like it.
Mhm.
But yeah, so those are it for me. Sweet Sweet Melodies and then the verses.
Okay, so Sweet Melody was so hard to choose because, as you all know, this is my favorite single. And so I had a really tough time choosing just one part because I had multiple parts that I liked. And so, in order to kind of, I guess, um, figure that out, I chose a very specific beat in the song. And it's in the second half of the chorus. It's like all of a sudden, like, a new beat like just kicks in and it just sounds really really cool.
Oh, wait, are you talking about in the music video, like, when they're, like, all kind of doing, like, a dance on their own and then suddenly with that extra, like that sorry, no, hang on. The point in the music video where, like, they the chorus just happened, and then, like, the second half of the chorus, like, a beat kicks in, they all start doing their own thing, and then suddenly they go back into the choreographed movements where they, like, cross their, arms over their chest, and then they do, like, the I'm not gonna be able to don't make me keep describing this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that part. I haven't watched the music video in like a little bit, so I'm like trying to figure out that exact part. But like, it's like specifically where it's like, and then it goes, like
I
it has
think it
like
I
that
think
little
it
like part in the
I think
back. It just sounds so cool.
I think I know what part it is that you're talking. It's like when like it's just like that like extra instrumental kicks in.
Yes, that's what it is. I don't know
Yeah.
what about it. It just sounds really cool, and it wasn't a part that I realized I really liked until I was, like, specifically listening with that thought in mind, and I was like, "Wait, wait." And so now I really like it. Yeah, it's, like, a very specific thing, but once you hear that beat, it sounds really cool.
All right. Moving on to Confetti. Okay, so if you watched our Confetti ranking, you will know Confetti is my favorite off of Confetti. And um so there's not really like a part of the song, to be honest, that I dislike. I'm like looking at the lyrics because I like gauge whether or not I just lied, and I don't think I did. Um, or you know what? I think like maybe Perry's like verse, Perry's part of her verse, is probably the thing I like dislike the least, and I don't actually dislike it. So essentially, there was a lot of competition, is what I'm trying to say. This is the opposite problem I had to bounce back. Um, Ultimately, what I kind of decided to end up going with is just like the chorus. Any of the choruses, pick the one you want. Um, I just really like, I don't know, I like the way the instrumental kicks in. Some of my favorite lyrics from the song are in the chorus. Um, and I don't know, it just felt like the right choice. But I mean, let's be fair, I love the whole thing.
Yeah, once again, this was another really hard song to choose just one part. Because I feel like the song, every part sounds so unique, even though like they all go together, but like each part is still so different, and so I had trouble like picking one that I really liked. Um, Originally, it was between the part I have now and then the first verse. I had trouble figuring that out, but I end up going with the same one that you did, just any chorus.
Yeah.
um, because for the same reason, like I like how it like the beat drops and just the whole production that they have is just really cool, and it's something that I've never really heard them do before. And I'm a fan. I really like it. So that was
Yeah.
the part I ended up going with.
All right. So let's see. Moving on to happiness. All right. So for me, again, I have a cheating thing. I feel like I cheated on most of these. Let's see. So the answer, essentially, in a easy nutshell, is the chorus, especially Jesse's little "me." I don't know why, but I love that so much. Could not explain to you why, but like it like improves the chorus so much, in my opinion. Not that the chorus still wouldn't be my favorite part because it would, but I just think that like it's the cherry on top, if that makes sense.
Mm.
And then, okay, so the reason for the chorus is that I don't actually necessarily love listening to the chorus, to be honest. Um, but what I really love about the chorus is the lyrics. So that's kind of what it is. Like, my favorite part of the song is maybe more like the chorus lyrics and then Jesse's little ad lib. Like, the melody of the chorus isn't like necessarily my favorite thing in the world. Um, but the lyrics are just like, I just like those so much. And speaking of lyrics, that leads me to my cheating thing. And it's, where is it? It's Jade's verse, and it's remember I was mine before I was yours. And I just really love that line.
I definitely was about to start talking about the next song and not Happiness, so like the entire time you were explaining, I was like, yeah. Yeah, and then I was like, wait, I don't remember that part being in not a pop song. And I was like, oh. I don't know what happened. Um, yeah, with Happiness, this was one that I knew. I love I'm telling like the history behind all of these, how I got to this conclusion. Happiness was one that I knew immediately that this is like a favorite part that I've had for a while. And it's in between the I guess pre-chorus and the chorus at the very end, like right after the bridge. And it's the like where they kind of go like never
Oh,
gonna
I know
fix us.
exactly. Oh, okay. Wait, here's the thing about this.
Mhm.
I think I know what part. I need to confirm. I know what part you're talking about. I need to confirm what part I'm talking about. Give me one moment. Hang on. Okay, yeah, it is. Okay. All right, here's the thing. All right, so so sorry guys, I was listening to the song to just make sure I was talking about the right part. Um, okay, so I had written down for mine the "Never Gonna Lose Me" because that Perry does like that harmony. I had that written down initially because I really love that. However, I really hate the line right above it. Not the line right above it, but like the "again, again, again" that like continues on and on. I hate that. Everyone else probably loves it, and I'm so unpopular. But like, I don't know what it is. I just don't like. I don't like. Hang on, I'm rewinding again so I can listen to it. And I swear I'm never gonna listen to me again, 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 again. Like I don't know. I just hate like the extended stacking of it. I don't know. But I like that harmony that Perry does on "Never Gonna Lose Me" cause and I had it written down, but then I was like, you can't say that you like that part, but you don't like the part before it, so I took it out.
Yeah, I don't really care for the part before that you don't like. It's just the part like right that harmony
The
that
yeah, that harmony,
starts.
that "Never Gonna Lose Me" cause beautiful, love it.
Yeah, and then the like kind of remix that they did on like the beginning of the chorus. I like that a lot. I don't really know why. I just like what they did with it. It just makes me be like, yes, get it. Whenever I listen to it, it just sounds really cool. So yeah, I like that.
Moving on to not a pop song.
I'm so excited for this one. You have no idea.
Why?
Because these parts, like the parts that I have in here, I really, really like.
Oh, okay. Okay, for me, um, essentially, it's the lyrics of the chorus in Perry's bridge, and I'm intentionally saying lyrics. And then I like Pez's ad libs at the end, like all of her ad libs, and that's it.
So I have two for this one, and well, I guess they're like right after each other, so I guess it kind of counts as one. So the first is Jesse's verse. Um, I like the whole thing a lot, but like specifically at the end where she goes, "Said we'll make it if we fake it." Like I like the effect that they
Oh
did on her
yeah,
voice there. I don't know why. I've just always loved that. Like that's one that I've always loved since it came out.
yeah, I like that too.
And then the second one is Lee's verse, so like the next one. Um, and specifically in her part, like I like the whole thing, but not as much as I like Jesse's part. But I like specifically in hers where she goes, "Said to follow any dream, be a puppet on a string," and I like that specific time she does it because I like how the beat matches like the style, like the tempo that she's going.
Mhm.
Um, and it just sounds cool with like Jesse's voice layering over hers. Um, yeah, so those two for some reason those two parts in that song I love them so much. um yeah, I was very
Oh,
excited for that one.
really quickly, I just want to disown the last line of the chorus.
Oh god, what's
uh,
this? Oh yeah. I had to think. I was
um,
like, hmm.
I was looking at the part you were talking about just so that I would knew what you were talking about on Genius. And I was also looking at the chorus right below it, and I was so okay. So the end of the chorus is, "But if you want to sing along, say I don't give a what." I'm disowning that part when I say that my favorite part is the chorus lyrics. That's not
Yeah.
included, in case anyone is wondering. No, it's not in case you're wondering, but just to be clear, it's a I actively dislike that one line in the chorus, so I don't want it to be included. Nothing but my feelings. This is a song I don't like. I feel the need to preface this so that you guys have an idea of like the choices I felt I was working with for this. um because even the thing I'm about to say is my favorite is like I don't love it. um yeah, so once upon a time, AKA when we did the confetti ranking, I think I would have said, well, like around when it first came out, we did the confetti ranking. You know what I mean? Like, I think I would have
hmm
said that you should come and see me and nothing but my feelings, but like with that hard beat to it. Like, what is it?
Yes.
It's I guess it's the post chorus. Like
Yeah.
the second time it goes round on the post chorus, I think. Is that what it is?
I think
I'd have
so.
to
I know what
I
part
have
you're
to
talking
listen to
about.
it, but yeah, that part. I used to think that was my favorite, and that's still one of the more enjoyable parts of the song. However, I do have to admit, wore off, and so now I would probably have to say Jessie is my favorite in this song. Her verse, chorus, whatever the fuck it is that she's singing. Um, and the reason for that, honestly, like, is like it's solely reliant on the fact that I like her voice. Coasted by on that real hard in this song. And that's that might be a theme that you guys notice is that in the songs I don't like, I might default and just say Jesse's whatever is my favorite, and it's just because blah, blah, blah. Jesse's voice is my favorite. So if you give me like a handful of things I don't like and you ask me to pick like my favorite, I'm just gonna like kind of default. um and so in that case, like when we get to the songs I don't really like, you might see that happening. And that is what's happening in Nothing But My Feelings.
So this one I was stuck between two parts, and it's the one that you said earlier, the post-chorus one.
Mhm.
But I decided to go with the pre-chorus because I just like it slows down, and I really like how it does that. So I kind of decided to go with the whole instrumental part, I guess, on that, and that's the part I preferred. I don't know why, it just sounds really cool the way it slows down, and it just sounds like really smooth. And I know there's two, and so either one, I don't really care which one because they both sound pretty similar. So yeah, that's that.
There we go. Moving on to Gloves Up. For me, the song is a bit of a mixed bag. Um, so this has been true since the first time I heard it. It's still true now. My favorite part of the song is Perry's chorus. I'm specifically saying Perry's and not just like the chorus in general because um, when Lee's chorus comes around, her voice is too far back in the mix for me. It sounds, for me at least, like she's being overpowered by the instrumental and the background vocals, and I almost like strain to hear her in the sense that like I'm expecting and I want, right, like a huge powerful like boom presence, and the way it's mixed, like where they put her voice in the mix, I don't get that the way I do with Perry's. And it always leaves me just feeling like a little like, meh. Um, so even though like I love how she sounds on it, um, I just like, I always like feel a little like, oh, like I got gypped or something when her chorus comes. That sounds really weird. Um, but I just feel like it doesn't hit the way I need it to. Um, so I have to like specify that like specifically Perry's chorus, because her voice is just more forward in the mix. They just put her voice higher.
So I have two for close up. Um, so mine are like very, I guess, specific. I guess one is really specific. So in the second part of the chorus, that like little part where they go like all the way up, I like that a lot. Um, I'm not really sure why. It just sounds really cool and big fan of that. And then at the end where they have the put your goes that part, I like that part too. Um, yeah, the song was really hard because I really really like the song, and so it was hard to choose. Just like I can't even say I choose just one because I chose two. Um, but yeah, both of those, I just feel like the voices sound really like um, really cool how they blend them together, and just the production. Just I just love it. I love it a lot. It sounds really cool. That's gonna be my answer for all of these because I don't know what else to say about them. Didn't prepare for this one well.
Next one is a mess. Happy for you. And
Yes.
here is my favorite part. I'm excited about this being my favorite part. If you couldn't tell. And it's Perry's verse and just like Perry on the song in general. Like Perry makes the song for me. I just love her on it. I love her verse in particular. I love her lower register on it. I love how sassy it is. Like I just 1,000% Perry everywhere on the song is my favorite part of the whole thing. That being said, from like a lyric concept place, I really like the like Perry goes, I saw you holding hands on New Bond Street. She's in the same cute tee that you bought me. She's rocking it though. And then Lee's, please don't say hi. I don't want to be rude. She seems so sweet and I'm trying to be cool. I really like that idea that like you're heartbroken to see someone new with your ex, but instead of being like, oh, that bitch, like she's not prettier than you or like she's not as hot as you or whatever, like it's just like, nope, I saw it, it hurt, she looks good. She seems nice. um, I just like that kind of like that complexity to it, right? Like the song is treating everyone as a human being, you know? So like it's a sad, like upbeat heartbreak song, but it's not needing to like trash anyone to do that. And so from a concept lyric place, I like those two things. But my favorite thing is absolutely Perry's verse.
Okay, so now I'm a little torn because I had a like when I say I had a hard time with the other ones, this was definitely the hardest one I had because if you all listen to our confetti ranking, this is my favorite song on the album, and so I love every part of this song. Um, and so I was stuck between like three different places. It was the chorus, Perry's verse in the beginning, and then Lee's verse. And I end up being really stuck between Perry and Lee's verses just because I like the whole overall style of it and just how it sounds. But I ended up choosing Lee's verse, but then you were talking about Perry's verse, and I really like Perry's verse too. I just love that whole beginning. It just sounds so cool. Um, yeah, but I like that part too a lot. So I'm gonna kind of stick that in there. Um, and so for Lee's verse, I love the part where like she kind of goes like higher and she's like, "Don't say hi." Like I don't know. I just love it so much. It just sounds so cool. And just so smooth. Like I don't know. I love the song. I could go on and on about how much I love the song. So I'm just gonna stop now.
Okay. Moving on to my love won't let you down. um, oops. Right, my love won't let you down. So here's the thing. If you've listened to, I mean, if you listen to the confetti ranking, if you've listened to other episodes that I can't recall off the top of my head, I've definitely talked about it there. Um, it is not a secret. I really dislike this ballad. um, I dislike it more than I thought I would ever dislike a little mixed ballad. And that really breaks my heart because I did actually re listen to it for the sake of this episode. And I was like, "Ugh, I really like these lyrics. Like I do really love these lyrics. I love the concept." Um and I wish like I as I was listening to it, I just really wanted to like it. Like that's all I wanted. Like I just wanted to like the song, but I don't. um, so I just it's the vocal production and arrangement for me. I can't I can't listen to it. like specifically like I could probably get used to most of the vocal arrangement stuff and the production given like listening to it enough times the same way I get used to all the other singles I don't like. Um and I could let the lyrics like overpower that stuff, but Jade and Perry's like I forget whether it's a C3 or a C3 sharp, but whatever that note is that they both hit, like I think it's Perry in the middle and Jade at the end or something. Um I hate it so much. I think that like it's a weird melody into it. I don't like the lead down into it. I don't like how like the instrumental drops out. I don't really like how their voice sounds on it. I like when I hear it, I always imagine them like struggling to hit it. I don't know what it is like about it, but it just doesn't sound pretty to me. Um I don't necessarily think that means that like that's what was happening in studio, but like to me like that's just I just hear them like reaching hard for that and that's not like enjoyable to listen to. um and then I just think like it's so different from the rest of the song and like it's so weird and out of place and like and the worst thing is that because the instrumental like drops out for it too to make it like this big moment where instead of like a huge high note you have the super low note. I like it's impossible to ignore. Like that's not a production choice that I can just like because like even if I'm like not actively listening to the song, right? Even if it's just like on in the background, maybe I'm like playing sad songs because I'm in a mood or whatever, right? Like I can't tune that out because it's such a drastic change in the production and the vocal of the song that it because the way things work for me, like for me personally, is that I can tune things out no matter like how loud, how quiet, like no matter what it is, as long as it's at a consistent level. As soon as like I can tune out a crowd and like totally zero in and focus on something unless the crowd noises are like varying. If there's like a few people who are like consistently like being louder than the rest at random intervals, or if like suddenly it dies down and then gets back up, like that type of stuff, that change, like that non-consistent sound level is what will like pull me out of whatever I'm doing and like distract me and like be disorienting. And that's essentially what the song does. Like that's what that part of the song does. So I can't even like put it on in the background because as soon as that happens, like it messes with me and I'm like, wait, what? Like and I've been railing on about this for way too long now, but I just like was listening to it for this and I was like, "Oh, but I like the concept and the lyrics so much." And like if you've listened to like any of these podcast episodes, you know that I like lyrics are so important to me, but like I can't even put it on in the background because it's just so like disorienting. I wish I liked it more. If you guys know of anyone who like did a cover of it, like a really nice cover of it that doesn't do that low note, link me it or something. Like comment down below or whatever, because I'd love to hear a version of it that doesn't have that. Okay, sorry, you go ahead now.
Yeah, that part's like those parts don't bother me, which is like weird.
I don't know what it is. Like it's just something about like I don't know. I mean, I don't like again, like I said, I don't love the vocal arrangement to begin with. Like I don't really love how they're like they're all going in and out and layering on top of each other and it's not really clean and like I don't really love that either, but I could get over that. I can't get over those notes. Like I don't mean the specific low notes themselves. I can't get over that whole lead in, like the drop out, like that whole section. I can't do it. I can't do it. Does that count as like does lyric slash meaning count as a favorite thing?
I think so.
Okay. If it doesn't count, then my answer is Jesse. I'm defaulting again. um, but the real answer is like the lyrics and the concept of the song.
um so this one was kind of I don't say it was super hard cuz like I kind of knew right away which part it was. but like you said, like there are lyrics in here that I really liked, and I was like, okay, so do I choose the line that has the lyrics I really like, or do I choose a part I really like? So I chose a part I really liked, and it's I'm looking to see like where it is. I think it's on the last chorus, and it's where they all sing together for the first time. Um, kind of just specifically that those lines. I'm trying to find it right now. Yeah, just like that one specific part where they're all singing together. I don't know why something about that just sounds really cool to me. It sounds really powerful. Um, and yeah, I just like how it's the first time they've sang together, like all four of them. Um, before or yeah, in the song. So yeah.
Next one is Rendezvous. And my favorite part is Jesse's verse.
Mine's Perry's verse.
Perry's pre chorus?
The
Bridge.
say if you need a ride,
Pre
I
chorus.
can be right outside. Yeah, I didn't have that specific part or that part labeled.
Well, because Jade does it later, but it's Perry that you like on it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I didn't know if you meant the bridge because Perry does the bridge.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I forgot about that.
Um,
I need to open that song. I'm still on my level 9 down. There we go. Oh yeah, it is pre-chorus. Oh,
yeah.
Jade does do it too.
uh-huh.
Okay, add Jade in there too. I just like that part. I like the where the beat is.
Okay, so I like all of Rendezvous pretty much. So there isn't really like it wasn't a situation where I was like, well, only these three things or like only this one thing. It was like, no, I like the whole song. It's one of the ones I genuinely like off of Confetti. And what am I doing? I'm explaining why Jesse's verse is my favorite. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so a couple of reasons. First one, I just like the rhythm of it. I like the like innuendo in it. I also just really like her tone on it, to be honest. And yeah, I don't know. It's my favorite part, but it's like not my favorite part by like a mile. Like I also really like Leanne's like chorus. I really like the lower register like all of the girls use. I really like Leanne's first verse, but I don't know, something about Jesse's like verse just like is slightly above everything else for me.
Okay, so I take back liking both the pre-choruses the most.
Did you listen to them?
No, I read it. Like I looked at the lyrics and
No.
I remembered why I specifically said Perry's. I like Perry's better because I don't like. Well, I mean, it doesn't. Not that I don't like it. It just I prefer the other version better because in the pre-chorus it has like that ad lib where it's like yeah, yeah, like
Oh
that
yeah.
like little bit. And I like it better just without that. Um, but yeah, I just like the say. I don't know that specific part. I really like. Again, couldn't tell you why. I just like the style of it and think it's really cool and I like listening to it. I don't know. I didn't realize how hard Confetti songs were going to be to like pick out a part.
Yeah, wait till we get to Glory Days.
I know. I'm like I started Glory Days and then I had to stop because I couldn't not figure it out.
The only easy one off of that is gonna be fucking No More Sad Songs, at least for me.
I don't even know.
Next one is If You Want My Love. This is another song that I don't really like. So we're gonna do that thing where I default to Jesse's voice. um, uh, yeah, except for we're going to exclude her chorus because I thought that I really liked her chorus. And here's the thing, I really like her on her chorus, but I can't say the chorus, any chorus, I can't say that I like any of the choruses, even hers, because I hate the doo-doo-doos. I hate it a lot. um, I didn't notice it originally when it first came out. I think I was just kind of like tuning it out. But as soon as someone pointed it out to me, it's all I hear and I hate it.
Uh,
Yeah. So it's, I guess that means what? It's her verse, I guess. Is that what she sings in the song?
um,
I think it is. Yeah. She sings
I'm
the second verse.
Still
Um,
on Rendezvous.
yeah, so second verse. That is my favorite part of If You Want My Love.
So, If You Want My Love is another song that I love the entire thing. And it was hard to pick one part, but I decided on the chorus because specifically the second chorus because it has ad libs that I like. So it's like the and then like Perry comes in and is like like in the back. And I hope you all liked my imitation of that. And I don't know, I really like it mainly because of the ad libs in that one, but I like how like loud it is. I don't know. I just really, really like that part. Yeah, that one was a hard one, but that's the one I ended up landing on because that's the part I was just bopping to the most, honestly. These are not very long, drawn out favorite parts of each song. I'm like, yeah, this one is one either I really like or one I'm like, yep, this is it. It's great.
That's
I
fun.
like,
I
yeah.
mean, guys, if you like
Sorry.
really want to hear our in-depth thoughts, I mean, to be fair, it's kind of outdated, but like you could just go listen to the Confetti ranking.
Yeah.
I mean, Confetti was like still really new when we did the ranking, so it was like kind of at a disadvantage compared to all the other albums, which we've like had time to really like listen to and reflect on. So
Yeah.
if you guys wanted us to do like an updated, not a ranking per se, but like an updated kind of review where we just kind of like we'll re-listen to our own episode about what we said and then talk about like what's changed or like if we would move something or if we liked something and now we don't or we didn't and now we do or whatever, kind of like an updated take on Confetti now that we've had, you know, longer to listen to it and kind of sit on the songs and all of that stuff.
hmm I'm like looking at my ranking right now. Definitely.
Yeah. So if you guys do want us to do kind of like an update on that, just like us discussing it, let us know. But you can still go look at the Confetti ranking. Like I'm pretty sure the stuff we say will still has merit. You know, we still felt that way at the
hmm
time. All right. Last one is Breathe. Uh, and I hate this song. And if you watch the Confetti ranking, you know, you also know that if you watch this or that and iconic lyrics maybe? I don't know.
Maybe. Also, what was the one that we did the other day? Pick one, drop three.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Any of the games where she has the opportunity to pick everything I hate and pit it against each other and force me to pick one, that's where you'll find this song. Um
Yeah.
as well as Black Magic, Love Me Like You, and
OMG.
OMG. Um
Savvy.
all right. So this song, yeah, here's the thing. It's Harry and Shade's pre-chorus.
It was just the here's the thing. It's like, oh no.
um I just don't like the whole thing. I can't even default to Jessie on this because her lyrics makes me cringe. Or I should say her first line makes me cringe to the point where like it has infected the rest of her verse and I can't default to even like, well, I like Jessie's voice. I can't do that. So that leads me to the pre-chorus that Jade and Perry do, which is the like, now I can't erase your number. I'm still sleeping in your jumper. Kind of hate it that I love you. Um, yeah, that's it. That's the part of the song that is my favorite.
Yeah, Breathe is kind of like Holiday where I don't really listen to it and I'm not a huge fan of it, but mine is the same as yours. I really like the pre-chorus. I think I like that part because I like how just it's kind of the same thing as what I said about which song was it? Um, Nothing But My Feelings. It just has like a very smooth sound, and like a nice like soft tempo. Um, and yeah, so I really like that part.
I don't know what it is, but like I just always think I'm listening to No Air whenever it comes on.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, if I wanted to be listening to No Air, wouldn't I be listening to No Air? Like, I don't know. I was maybe a little too harsh in saying that like I hate this song because like let's be real, okay? I don't hate it as much as I hate My Love Won't Let You Down. Um Over, I don't like this song and I don't listen to it. I don't particularly like despise anything about it. Besides maybe like the beginning production and Jesse's first line. Um,
Yeah, like if I listen to the whole album and this like and when the song comes on, I don't change it, but I don't like go and put it on a playlist or go like and choose to listen to it.
I would probably skip.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't necessarily skip it like immediately. Like I might not notice immediately. You know what I mean?
Mm.
But sometime around that first chorus, I'd be like, and I'd skip. Because what would happen is I'd be tuned out. I'd tune out Jesse's first line, and so I wouldn't notice. And then I'd like Jade's pre-chorus, and then you'd get to the chorus, and I'd be like, "What am I listening to?" So that's about the time that I skip this song typically. I don't put it on playlists, so I don't skip it that often. But like when it does come up, like when I do like random shuffle and stuff, that's when it gets the skipperoo. Um, all right, so those are our favorite parts of the Confetti songs. We did the standard edition, obviously not the extended one. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed us just kind of going over some of it, maybe getting into some of the more specifics that we didn't get into in the ranking. Let us know what your favorites are down below, and then also let us know if you would be interested in us doing this for some of the other albums as well.
Yeah.
As always, thank you guys for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. Please be respectful of us and of other people in the comment sections. These are all just our opinions and literally not worth getting into fights over on the internet or trolling people over. Let us know your thoughts down below. And if you do want to see some of the other albums, leave which ones, or if you want us to just kind of go back in order or anything like that. We will see you guys next week.